Hello everyone, my name is Qintara Rakin Nurdin from class 5D. I hope you are all doing great today. So in this video, I'm going to share my reflection for our sociolinguistic in education midterm assessment. Basically, I'll be talking about two case studies that I analyzed in my written report. The first one is code switching and translating in an English class, and the second one is language gender and classroom interaction. These two cases are really interesting because they show real situation that happen in Indonesian classroom. You know, when teacher or students mix English, Indonesian, or even Sundanese during the class, honestly, when I read the case, I could imagine my own experience during English class in school. Like when my teacher should suddenly switch to Indonesia because we all look so confused, or when some of my classmates only spoke in English for fun, but others felt shy. So yeah, I think sociolinguistics is very close to our real classroom life. It helps us understand that language is not just grammar or vocabulary. It's also about people, culture, identity, and society. Okay, let's move to the first case. Alright, so the first case is about code switching and translanguaging. In this class, the teacher starts with English. Good morning, everyone. But then she noticed that some students look a bit lost. She switched to Indonesian. And then some students even whisper in Sundanese to help their friend understand. For me, this is so typical in Indonesia, right? Because our classroom are naturally multilingual. So here we can see two sociolinguistic concepts, code switching and translanguaging. Code switching is when someone changes from one language to another, like from English to Indonesian. Translanguaging is when people use different languages together in one conversation to make meaning clear. This situation shows that switching language can actually help students understand better. It's not a sign of weakness, it's strategy. The teacher used Indonesian to clarify grammar, and the students use Sundanese to make sure that they get it. It's kind of teamwork, linguistically speaking. I think the cool part is the practice helps build confidence. When students can use the language they already know, they feel less afraid to participate. But of course, there's balance. If we always use language one, we might reduce English exposure. So teacher need to guide students maybe by starting explanation in Indonesia, but asking students to respond in English. I also realized that translanguaging is not cheating, it's bridge. It connects our knowledge in Indonesian and local language with new English concept. So yeah, teacher should be flexible. Instead of saying only English, please, maybe we can say try English first, but If you are really stuck, you can use Indonesian. And that way, students feel support and still practice English meaningfully. Okay, moving on to the second case. This one is about language, gender, and classroom interaction. So, in this case, the male students are more dominant in speaking activities. They often interrupt their female classmates while the girls stay quiet. Some of them whisper in Indonesia because they scared of making mistakes. Honestly, this is also feels very real. I have seen similar things happen. Sometimes girls are more careful and guys are more confident to just speak even if they make mistake. This case connect with some sociolinguistic ideas like language and gender, classroom discourse, and power relation. It shows how our social norms shape classroom talk. Society often expects boys to be more outspoken and girls to be polite or quiet. And this dynamic is repeated in classroom. So, when we see girls being silent, it doesn't mean they don't understand. Maybe just feel unsafe or embraced. As future teacher, we really need to notice this. We must create a safe and fair environment for everyone to speak. For example, we can use small group discussion. So, the quieter students have more space to talk. We can also give encouragement like that's a great try or it's okay to make mistakes. And another thing I learned is that gender affects confidence. Some female students might feel judged for their action or grammar, so teachers should normalize mistakes as a part of learning. And I think overall, this case reminds me that teaching is not just about language, but I think it's about respect. Every student, male or female, deserve the same chance to be heard. After analyzing both cases, I learned about how language, identity, and society are connected. Both cases shows that language use depends on the context. It's affected by culture, gender, and even confidence level. As a future English teacher, I realize I need to understand my students' background. If they mix language, it doesn't mean they are lazy. It means they are using their resource. And if some students stay silent, maybe it's not because they don't know English, but because they are afraid of being judged. So, sociolinguistics have us become more empathetic teacher and it reminds us that teaching language means teaching people. In short, I learned that multilingualism is a resource and gender awareness is a responsibility. Alright, so that's all from my sociolinguistic midterm reflection video. Thank you so much for watching and listening to my explanation. I hope what I shared today can inspire us as a future English teacher to understand that every student's voice matters. Once again, I am Qintara Rakin Nurdin and I'm from class 5D and this has been my reflection for social linguistics in education. Have a great day everyone and see you in the next presentation.